Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's get all dialed in here. See if we're rolling. Are we broadcasting
I don't hear that cock-a-doodle-doo.
yet? Well, I hadn't started it yet.
Oh.
Well, the folks are coming. So let's do our let's share.
Well,
Shall we share?
I gave them pre-warning this morning.
Well, let's share. Let's just share this morning. We want to share. Kenzie's got like thousands of views on her
I can imagine.
what do you call it? Her Facebook video where she sang the national anthem for the.
No, there's Cindy watching us.
Uh-oh.
We're busted.
Cindy?
Miss Day Off.
We're busted. Well, she can have her day off. Shh! Don't say nothing. She might not notice.
Yeah.
I see you took her picture down, replaced it with a flag.
Shh! Be quiet.
I guess Texas wanted to be separated from the Union, so today was the day.
So they got the separation papers today.
Yeah, they've been letting on that's what they wanted to do. So.
So they got the separation papers today.
He took her out today.
It's nasty, man. Share now, public. Y'all go ahead and start sharing and liking. We'll get on the air here in a minute. Oh, here's Cindy calling now.
Uh-oh.
Home Depot. Thank you for calling Home Depot. Happy 4th of July. How may I direct your call?
You know what they say.
Who's
The
they
mice-
and what?
The mice will play when the cat is away.
Uh-oh.
So, so this is starting to be kind of you're just forgetting me. You know,
Well, we couldn't think of anything else to do. We were bored. So we decided, why not just go on the radio?
and
We were
have
going to have a
fun.
day off. We're not on the radio yet, but we're getting ready to be. We're sharing. Would you like to join us this morning, Cindy Lou Who?
Would you like me? Would you like me to be your governor this morning?
Well, we were thinking that we were going to just kind of run freestyle this morning. No Pastor Bubba, no Cindy, no Emily, nobody here to kind of keep a governor on us. So you might need to stay in here and keep us in the guardrails.
Yeah, you may have to do that.
Yes.
Where's
I will.
Bubba, by the way?
Good morning, Cindy.
Bubba's laid up at that
Good
pool.
morning.
This is come meet the family weekend. I think Bubba's going to drop the old question here sometime in the next day or two. It may be today. Today might be the day, and then we'll make Bubette official.
You know what would be fun? I'll tell you what would be fun. He should do it on our show.
No,
Wouldn't?
no,
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
no. We could just play a video of it. What if she says no? That's what I'm saying. What if it goes wrong? We got it live. And he says, "Will you marry me?" She says, "Heck no."
Ooh. That wouldn't be good.
All right, let's have some morning sunshine. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you for waking up with us.
What's the light for?
Thanks for waking up with us.
Huh?
What's the light for?
Good morning.
That microphone's muted.
We've talked
You keep talking
everybody.
keep talking in the intro, and I'll mute yours. Good morning.
You done cut Cindy out. Go ahead.
You've got to.
Kiss an angel good morning. I kissed an angel good morning this myself. I kissed Alma this morning. Good morning,
Good
world.
morning, America. Happy birthday.
For those of you that are in other countries, today is the day that we celebrate the birth of our nation. Happy birthday, Uncle Sam.
241 years ago.
Dear Uncle Sam, I heard you've been not well.
Hey, Jeff Seidel, good morning. I'm sure we'll hear you after a while.
Oh, Berman is just Berman Porter's just knocking the bottom loose on that. Isn't it good? Listen, good morning. Good morning. I wish I was a bass singer. Hey, good morning to you. We like to talk all over the intro, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, from time to time we do.
Here's
and forget people.
She ain't gonna live that down, buddy.
And where's my picture? You still forgot me.
Did not.
You're in trouble, Mark.
I told you he replaced you with the flag.
All right, you're back.
Good.
Back in your spot you belong.
We've
You put
allowed
me in the corner.
we've
You know,
allowed
you should-
Texas
well,
back in the Union.
You put me in the corner. You know, I didn't
Put her in
spend
that
the time.
seat.
I didn't spend a lot of time sitting in the corner when I was little, like I'm sure you did.
Put her in that seat.
Good night. I spent more time in the hall than I did in the class.
I wonder what you were doing.
Just sitting out there where I wouldn't be disrupting the other kids. I went to college just to find out what they knew. I just want to see how much they knew.
I guess you ain't got no red cloth or anything around here, right?
For what?
Well, I mean, I got my red, white, and blue on. Ricky's got his blue and white. He ain't got no red.
No, not yet.
Get my White House hat up there, Rick. I'll put my White House. No, I'm not. My hair's looking good this morning. I'm not gonna mess up my wig. Okay. I'll just lay it out here in the front. Give me my White House hat. Let people ask questions about that. It's snapped around there probably. You might have to stand up. God forbid you'd have to stand up.
Yeah, I do. Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Nothing.
Well,
Get this hat.
how many folks we got checking in and from where? We're running late this morning on purpose because we took kind of a day off. I started working half days in this last month. Just, I'm getting to that age, and I started cutting back to only 12 hours a day. So,
Cindy, what's new down there in Lubbock, Texas this morning?
down in Lubbock.
I am.
There's my cousin Roger Priest. Good morning, Roger. Man, I hadn't seen you in, I don't know. I think Moses was like a mess cook at that time or something. He was a private in the Israeli army. That's how long it's been since I've seen
That's
Roger.
a doggone shit.
Man, his dad, you talk about a gunner. His dad had every kind of gun that ever was. And I mean, he could shoot a hair off of a flea at 400 yards.
Wow.
I mean, this joker, he was, man, Uncle Bob, he had 10 million guns. Good. Listen,
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me, Mark. Are you going to let me answer the question that Frank asked me, or you're gonna forget
I'd like to say
me?
good morning to Dewey Jenkins.
And
You see, he's trying to talk
you're going
over
to forget me, and you're also going to just talk all over me. That's okay.
This
You know,
portion
Mark,
of the program is brought to you by Super Glue. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Cindy. Go ahead. You're bound and determined.
Well, now I don't want to tell. Now
Are you
I don't
talking
want
to
to tell
Cindy
you what's
Hewlett
going
or
on
Cindy
in
Murphy?
Lubbock.
Because she signed
No,
up.
he's-
Is Murph signed on? Murph, we were just talking about you. We were wondering if today was the day.
Well, she wouldn't know yet.
Yeah, I said we're speculating the day might be the day, so we decided we're going to go ahead and run a parlay card on this, and we're going to run a card. Everybody call and pick your number. So,
Well, since we're
she
talking
says
about-
good morning to
since-
Pam. Don't say nothing to us.
Yes. Well, I'll tell her I'll tell a sweet story this morning since she's listening. I'm going to tell a sweet story before you guys take over about how my son proposed to my daughter-in-law, or how they met.
Oh, here
My
we
son-
go. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me get some romantic music going.
Can you?
No, that's
Yes.
okay.
Get some. It's very sweet.
Well, I don't have any. I mean, all I
You
got
don't?
is foolishness that I put together. So.
Okay.
I don't know. I was looking forward to.
My
what
son.
are you looking for?
A Kleenex.
Oh,
Your
gosh, maybe
Kleenex?
it's in the
Okay.
floor when you knock the.
It is a sweet story.
All right, let's hear it.
My son was in his last year of college, studying to be a youth minister, and my daughter-in-law was
Count it
working
off.
was working. No, it's a good story. Mark, zip it, be quiet for a minute. And so they were headed, my son was getting on a Southwest airline flight, and he was the last one on the plane, and there was one available seat, and it was next to this young lady that was going to become my daughter-in-law. So she had been praying 5 minutes before he sat down, Lord, is there ever going to be someone special in my life? So they flew from Lubbock to California for a youth meeting I guess it was about 5 days long. And I knew the entire time, usually he would call us and tell us how things were going. We never heard from them. Well, they ended up hitting it off. And that was in the summer. Well, on Super Bowl Sunday, they both worked at different churches as youth ministers. And my son created a video on Super Bowl Sunday. Well, it was the Sunday before Valentine's too, I should say that, and asked her, proposing to her. And he talked to the pastor at her church, and it was a large church there was several thousand people there, and she did not know he was there. And so they played that video during the church service, and he ended up being there by her side on his knee, proposing to her in front of a couple thousand people. And we had a reception. It was pretty sweet.
That is, without a doubt,
and
the most interesting thing I have ever heard.
Oh, Mark.
That is absolutely.
Cindy.
I'm spellbound.
I bet, Cindy, if you don't think that's
I'm
a
lost.
sweet story, you tell me that you don't think that's a sweet story. So anyway, they had a destination wedding, and they were married in San Diego. And that Southwest Airlines helped them with their flight since they met on Southwest.
Does
and I
that
think it's a
mute
sweet
button over there
story.
work?
Do what?
You. Oh, stop it, Mark.
I know you didn't say that.
I
like
didn't
that.
say nothing.
You
He
hear that?
did. I didn't say one thing, man. I didn't say anything.
Boy, when I almost lost
I
it when
could
heard
have, but
that.
I didn't.
Go ahead, Sydney.
That was a very nice story.
It's a sweet. And now they have blessed me with 2 little granddaughters, and that little almost 4 years old. She's almost 4. She's
Yeah,
3.
that had you stacking BBs by the time they left yesterday.
Oh,
Had you up in the closet corner eating bugs.
the little one, the little 3-year-old.
Oh, Cindy, I know you weren't eating no bugs. Where you come on?
Let's play a song. Here we go. Let's see if this will work.
Oh, God.
It was the 4th of July.
Now tell your story, Cindy.
George Washington was cooking hot dogs. Keep it up, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Mind the music and the step and the look will be handy. Well,
Ricky.
I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die, a real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July.
hey!
I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart.
Oh,
She's
really?
my Yankee Doodle joy.
Yankee Doodle came to London just to ride the ponies. I am your Yankee Doodle boy.
I didn't know that thing had words to it.
They didn't either.
Honest to goodness, I didn't know that song had words to it.
Wow.
Did you?
Nope. I thought it was out because
I thought they just sprayed that when Winston Churchill came out.
I didn't know there were words to it.
Now we know. Blue. Hey, let's parade wave. Let's have a parade. Frank, you got the wave. We're in a parade.
Wow. No, that was cute.
Well, there you have it. We had some some patriotic music this morning.
We didn't have any fireworks. but
Get
we
you
got
all
close.
gassed up. I don't know that. I think there might have been some fireworks going around here. That was downwind.
Oh no!
Well, that sort of fits into what I just typed.
What did you just type?
I don't know where you guys stopped for cigars this morning or what you had in them.
Mine came from Colombia. I haven't even had a cigar yet this morning. Not that I'm not planning on getting one, but I just haven't had one.
We are
Big
very
old
lucky.
patriotic cigar about the size of that microphone, that
Yeah.
medium you got hanging
one
up
of
there.
them.
Well, let's hear a patriotic story. I'd like to hear a patriotic story from you, Frank. What do you know? Tell me a patriotic story. Have you got one in there? Have you got one in your
Patriotic.
arsenal?
Well, no. I didn't even look none up this morning.
No, I mean something that happened in your life, like a 4th of July event or something, like where maybe you set your brother on fire or.
Well, you know, I could go back,
Cindy,
and I don't know if you'll remember this,
Yeah.
Mark, or
you being
not.
quiet.
No, it was before me and you ever met.
Oh,
Back
was it?
when I was 17, I think it was 17 or 18, I was on the rescue squad, volunteer rescue squad, here in Virginia Beach, and we were working the 4th of July at the Mount Trashmore here, which
Yeah.
has about probably 250,000 people will be there tonight
Yeah.
for the fireworks. And the place is it's like an old mountain. It used to be a dump.
Yeah.
And
it turned it into
it's
a
a
park.
mountain, beautiful park. And I was actually working that night with the rescue squad. There was this kid that was 15 years old who had been drinking. And right in the middle of the fireworks, he went into a cardiac arrest from having too much alcohol, and he was right in the middle of the mountain.
Ooh.
So we're trying to get through all them people, and we get to him and start a CPR and stuff on him. Have to load him on a
gurney.
yeah, like a Stokes stretcher,
Yeah.
and run to the top of the mountain. Well, anyway, we were able to save him, which was pretty neat. But that was my big 4th of July
But
patriotic.
y'all did you have to carry him back down the?
Oh, it was.
Oh, I'd have rolled him down. Roll him on down. Y'all catch him at the bottom. Roll him on down.
You know, that would have been easier.
Yeah, roll him on down there. Just let the gurney go.
Yeah. How about you? How about you, Rick? You got anything that happened on the 4th of July that we ought to share with the group? That the class could be
Something did
uplifted by?
Something did happen on the 4th of July, but I can't talk about it on, not
Oh,
on
yeah?
here. Yeah. I can't talk about it on here.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, so
And probably after he played the drums that night at the club. And
No, exactly. It was a live concert.
So,
hey, Mark Woods. Now there's somebody can tell you about.
well,
4th
there's
of
a
July.
patriot right there.
Yes, it is.
That joker right there is a patriot.
Mark Woods, the
And I'm a-
founder of
Operation Troop Aid.
Operation Troop Aid.
Yeah.
What a great organization.
Hey, is Heath? Is he at the restaurant this morning?
Who, Mark Woods? No,
No,
he's probably
Heath.
in Nashville.
I'm talking about Heath.
No, Heath is somewhere because he was online earlier. We'll have to call him in a little while.
Yeah, everybody's somewhere.
So what are y'all gonna do? So what's the family gonna do today, Cindy?
We are smoking a brisket, so
Oh,
it's
I'm
smelling
glad
good
you said
around
that at
here.
the end of that.
I ain't never been able to get one lit.
See when you.
And
How'd you get it in the bong?
boys.
See, because I'm gonna tell you, Cindy, when you
Boy,
said we are
boy.
smoking, when you said me, I said, oh no,
We are smoking a brisket.
we are smoking a blunt skit.
No,
A Blunsket?
A blunt skit.
Time out.
Okay, Mom.
Hey, you're the one who volunteered to get in here, not me. You're the one who just stepped right up and bailed in.
Oh, my
I will
God.
say, yes, Mr. Mark, when you were talking yesterday morning about I like to drink, and then you did clarify water. So I will clarify.
Yeah.
We smoke briskets. Kirk loves to smoke meats.
Okay.
So it's a tradition
Yeah.
that we usually smoke a brisket on the 4th of July.
Yeah, we used to
So-
smoke corn silks.
Mark Woods is actually in Punta Gorda,
What'd
Florida.
you say?
Well, Mark, you ought to look up Nick Baird. He's down there.
Yeah, they're doing a benefit, some type of charity today.
You ought to look up Nick Baird. All 7 of you people in Punta Gorda ought to get together and have a lunch.
You said 7.
Yeah, all 7 of you.
Donald
Yeah, Donnie
Roy said,
says she didn't even know you smoke.
he
He didn't even know you
smoked.
smoked, Cindy.
You know, yes. And
You a little lost for words there, ain't you, Cindy? You a little lost for words on that one, ain't you?
what is this going to do for our contributions today?
I have a confession to make, and that's why Mark likes to tease me and call me Miss Goody Two Shoes.
Okay.
I have never smoked. I've never had a cigarette, anything in my mouth.
Really?
Nope, never, nothing. Now, I'm not talking about the rest of my family, just me.
Okay.
I never have.
Well, bless your heart.
Well, that's why he teases me. He likes to tease me about it. I've never been drunk. I don't even like alcohol.
Wow.
But I do have a weakness.
What is that?
My weakness. Everyone has a weakness. I like Coca-Cola, which is bad for you. So I try to refrain from drinking too much of that. So.
Well, that's cocaine,
I like
so
sugar.
you've done some type of drug.
Down, 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 down.
We got
Down,
you.
down.
Yeah.
Down, 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 down.
Good morning,
She's
Josh
all
Hankins.
right. Oh, excuse me.
So
Coca-Cola
Fine,
made with
fine,
cocaine.
This portion of our program is brought to you by Peruvian marching powder.
Mark, yes, Ricky.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mark always says that's okay. I've done enough for both of us, so you know.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter.
Not me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not
You know, I never did fool with cocaine. I didn't like it. I just like to smell it. I never did like
Yeah,
it.
he like to he like to
No, I
smell
never,
it.
honestly, I never did. I was afraid I'd get. I mean, I worked undercover as a cop, and I saw the lab reports.
Simulate.
Oh yeah, I'd simulate smoking marijuana and then simulate the munchies on the way home back then. Stop by McDonald's and simulate with them for a while. But no, seriously, I never did. I see the lab reports on that stuff, and I'd be thinking, gee, man, Christmas, this guy sold me this stuff thinking I was going to ingest it into my body. You know, and I'm thinking, well, if my morals and ethics and my upbringing won't keep me from doing it, that there will. I think that's what they'll do to get people to stop using drugs. Just show them lab reports on stuff some undercover officer bought.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So what else? So let's see. Let me see if I can think of a fun 4th of July thing. Wasn't it the 4th of July when the tire pile caught on fire out here at Norfolk? Remember the big tire mountain they had?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't 4th of July.
Chesapeake
Right there at Chesapeake, Norfolk, looked like the whole world was on fire. It was about 5 acres of tires caught on fire.
Yeah.
Was I here when that happened?
No. That was 19 Forgotten. That was like 1980,
I wasn't here
83, something like that.
No, I wasn't here yet.
Oh,
that was
good
it.
night.
In the good old days, we could burn all of those sort of things.
Yeah,
in the
could.
good old days, I grew up in the country, and we used to burn our trash. And of
Yeah,
course
back
you
in the
can't-
good old
you
days, we
can't-
died from simple infections and all kind of cool stuff.
You can't do that anymore. And,
No, you can't do it.
You know, if we
Ricky
would just
and
shut
Frank-
up, we would learn a lot about Cindy and her smoking and
Yeah.
catching fires. She's probably an arsonist, and we don't know about that.
Well, that's the truth.
But wait, tell me some more, Cindy.
Well, you know why I'm so sensitive about being forgotten. It brings back memories of my poor little brother. The time we came home from church
Here we
and stopped
go.
at the corner store, and we forgot him. And
Oh,
he
wow.
Count
he
it
would have
off.
he would have only been 4 or 5 years old, and I'm sure Mom and Dad told him to stay in the car, and they just didn't look in the back seat. But you know, back then, you would have
This sounds
thought,
like a Carmen story.
No, but you would have thought that the older kids, you would have thought, I have one brother older than I am. You would have thought we would have at least said something to Mom and Dad. Hey, Pete's not here. But my older brother and I, we were in the front yard playing because at least, thank goodness, it wasn't in the winter with snow on the ground. But we were in the front yard playing. And a few minutes later, we look at each other, or 30 minutes later, we look at each other and we're like, who is that we hear crying? And there came Pete walking home crying.
How far did he have to walk?
Probably only about 5 blocks.
Poor Pete.
Poor old Pete.
Yeah,
I'm
poor
glad-
Pete.
About
I'm
the
glad
same
y'all-
distance. About the same distance Mark had to walk with that little red beanie on when he was buried in the snow, and
Oh, yeah.
Well,
same type of story.
but what
I'm gonna
about
get me
road
one of
trips?
them.
But what about road trips? Mark and I, we were talking about this the other night, and then I had some other friends that they were on vacation. They were going through Mississippi, and they stopped at the restaurant. They stopped to get gas and go to the restroom, and they left one of the kids in the restroom. Now that's bad. That was back
Wow.
before cells. We had our cell phones. So I guess on the road they realized, hey, we left him. So.
Wow, how did
In the good old days, we now.
Yeah,
we
back
can't
in the good old
imagine.
days.
Now they would arrest you if you did those. Sort
Yeah,
of
now they
things.
just leave the kids in the car and let them burn up.
Yeah.
Well, they used to do it back then, but kids were tough in those days.
Yeah, they just
We could
leave the-
handle that 175 degrees.
They just leave the kids in the car. That's all right. Roll the windows up and everything. They just burn them up.
Yeah, I remember back in those days, if you went over to the neighbor's house and swung on the banister and broke it off, your dad would go over there and pay for it and apologize, and now you go over and sue him.
Yeah.
Go over and sue him because my kid fell off your porch. Here's one for you this morning. Are you ready?
Yes.
Columns of threes. Columns of twos. First platoon forward. Second platoon
And
forward.
they're
First
off.
platoon stand fast. Forward. Hard.
I thought I was at the horse racetrack.
I was getting ready to say, and they're off.
That wasn't horse racing.
Sounds like it.
Well, you
That
go
was
to the race and
Reveille.
see if you don't hear that.
They don't play Reveille at the race. Here, they play this.
I'm not ready to go yet, Mark. You can turn that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to go yet. That brings back too many memories.
Speaking of the taps, though, Mark Woods, if you're still on here, Friday may be a good day. If you can call in, send us a message. We'll send you the number.
Okay, go ahead.
Spank
Let's
him,
get
Cindy.
Mark Woods on the phone Friday.
Let's
And
get Mark
talk
Woods on the
about
phone. We'll talk about
Operation
Operation Troop
Troop
Aid.
Aid.
What a wonderful cause he's got. We'll take care of that, and he takes care of the troops, and he's one of these organizations that
whole
actually
bunch,
do
too.
what they say they're going to do.
Yep, he does.
Cindy, are you ever going to come up here to Virginia Beach to perform?
Oh, sure. Eventually, I'm sure I will.
Okay.
But I'm going to bring you to Texas. I'm going to bring you guys to Texas. We've got to do our tour.
You know, up
So-
until I met Cindy,
Oh.
every time I went to Texas, somebody wanted to beat me up. First time I went down there playing music, I had on parachute pants, and I probably weighed about 185, 190, and had the mullet. Was pretty, and all them cowboys talk like, "Hey, what you doing around here?"
All right, Julius is on. You better tighten up.
Good morning, sweetheart. When we played Kiss an Angel, good morning, I said I did.
Uh-oh, Cindy Murphy, yeah, she done got stern on us. She says, guys, taps is not a joking matter.
Hey, she needs to come help me.
Oh,
I
for
need to
heaven's
sit in-
sake.
Yeah, Cindy, you need to.
I've
come
had
sit
taps
in
played
those
over my
seats.
wallet so many times I can't even think about it.
Thank you, Cindy, for helping. See, someone's
What's
on
he
my
say?
side.
You had taps played over your wallet.
Yeah, man, I've had taps played over my wallet so many times I can't even think about it.
You got the song on. You can just hit your phone and it comes right up.
Yeah.
Just lay your wallet down there and hit it on your phone.
Yeah.
Hey, someone asked if we have Lee Greenwood's God Bless the USA. Do you have that, Mark?
Well, I could probably find it, but I boycotted Lee Greenwood a long time ago. But I could probably find it for you. I'll have to dig it out. I'm downloading some of this stuff. When I played taps a while ago, just to be honest with you, I thought I was playing something else. But anyway, it pulled up.
Typing
What's
that number in there for him. Send it to
So
him.
that's an apology from Mark.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I got to type a number in here because I don't want to give it out over the phone and make people start calling me.
No.
Probably what you need.
Well, no, we had people calling in. I had somebody call 19 times one time last week, and I said, "Well, we got to pull the trigger on this. I can't do anything else but answer the phone."
Do you do the same thing on that Facebook Jesus Calling song you wrote?
Yeah, by the way, I would like to make an announcement, and I forgot what it was going to be, but I'll think of it in a minute. I've got the sometimers.
It's a good one.
I've got sometimers setting in.
You got some type of setting in?
Yeah, I told my brother yesterday I'm gonna start writing things down so that when I start developing that where I can't remember anything, I'll be able to read it and try to recall my memory.
You go back to your
I got a
reference
memory
point.
foam pill, and I started remembering things I just soon forget.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you, Julius.
What'd she say?
Get some pancit for me.
Yeah, there's food there at the house.
Well,
We're gonna
where's
go
my
home.
pants at?
Look, let me tell you
Alma?
something. Y'all go to Alma's Facebook page, those of you that know Alma, and look. She made enough food. There were 3 of us eating there last night. She made enough food to feed about, the
35.
neighborhood.
Oh, and it looked
Make
good,
some
too.
sandwiches,
Oh,
Alma.
my
Make some more of those
goodness.
sandwiches.
She got stuff cooked down there.
Man, she can make a sandwich that'll
I'm
make you
telling you.
smack yourself.
But at any rate, when I
it's
when I
gone.
played taps a while ago, I thought I was hitting the bugle reveille again, and it started playing taps. So, anyway, I just that is my form of an apology. But at any rate,
Hey, I want to say good morning to my friend Luba that's listening this morning. She sings with me.
Good morning, sweet
and,
Luba.
And I want to say good morning, and I love you.
Yeah, we love you too, Luba. How old is Luba now?
Luba is 16, almost 17.
Wow, she's a sweetie too.
And she has a sweet sister named, a beautiful sweet sister named Lacey.
Lacey.
And a beautiful mom. And a
Oh,
beautiful
Lacey.
mom named Becky. And I want to say good morning to them.
Well, good morning to
Also, in
everybody.
case you guys missed it, our little Princess Kenzie,
Oh, you want to know what her count is?
yeah,
When I got up
she
this morning,
sang to 42,000 at the Houston Astros Yankees game 2
That's
days ago.
awesome, man.
well, this is about her 4th or 5th time of doing that, but
I would like to do that.
we posted the video of it. It's on her page at Kenzie World.
Which on
Just
everybody's.
go
I've
Kenzie
shared it
World on
online, and
Facebook.
yeah.
But let me just go back here and I'll tell you. Hold on, it's going to take me a second to get the count up here. But I looked at it this morning and it was like at 10,000 something.
Wow.
And when we started a while ago, it was already at 11,000 something.
That's
And,
awesome.
And she's
Good
probably
morning,
still
Alma.
asleep.
Let's see. Now she's at 12,000. It's rolling about 1,000 an hour right now.
Awesome.
Yeah, people watching that video and sharing it. It's a good thing to share on.
That'd be nice when we
Patriotic
turn
Day.
those into records.
Well, people don't buy records much anymore. They just go to YouTube and get it free, or they steal them off the internet somehow.
Well, she'll sign them. I mean,
Back
she'll
when I used to
autograph
have to,
them, right?
back when I used to have to get the forklift to get my royalty check in the house, I remember those days. And now I can go out there at the tweezers and just stick it in my shirt pocket.
That's true.
Yeah, man, I used to.
Unfortunately, that's true.
I just hope someday to get another comma on my to have a comma in the number section. I don't even have a comma on there anymore. Yeah, I get 3 numbers, 1 decimal point, and 2 more numbers, and that's all I get.
Ricky,
Yeah.
Alma just said, morning, Ricky. Mark told me you guys were coming. That's why she cooked so much.
Oh.
Or why she cooked.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's do this. Why don't we play "People Get Ready" by T. Graham Brown?
There's a train a-comin'. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. Now all you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord.
People get ready. There's a train a-comin'. You don't need no ticket. You just get on board.
People get ready for the train to Jordan. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is a key. Open the doors and board 'em. There's hope for all through the Holy Ghost.
Well, there ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow much thinner. There is no hiding place against the kingdom's throne.
People get ready. There's a train coming.
Listen real close, you can hear that train coming.
And you don't have to have no suitcase. You don't have to have no suitcase.
Listen to the diesels coming your way.
Oh, they're going to see the.
Come on, get on.
You know, it was good and faithful, and God said, I am well pleased. Oh, I'm well pleased in you, boy. Go ahead and preach it. You know, he rode in on a donkey, but he gonna come back on a white stone. Oh, yeah. Coming back. You know, his tongue is a double-edged sword, and it cuts both ways. Yeah, the truth cuts both ways. Oh, that's good now.
There's a train coming.
Oh, yeah. People get ready. There's a train coming. Oh, it's coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. Yeah. You just thank the Lord.
You can't hide, you can't run.
Oh, yeah,
There's no place
yeah.
to go. You might as well go on to glory.
That's right, Leon.
When God called you, you need to go on to glory.
Hallelujah.
You don't need no ticket at all. You
Listen
just
now.
thank the Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
You ask me why I love her? Well, give me time. I'll explain. You seen a Kansas sunset or an Arizona rain? Have you drifted on a bayou down Louisiana way? Have you watched the cold fog drifting over San Francisco Bay? Have you heard a Bob White calling in the Carolina pines? Or heard the bellow of a diesel at the Appalachia mines? Does the call of the Niagara thrill you when you hear her waters roar? You look with awe and wonder at her Massachusetts shore, where men who braved a hard new world first stepped on Plymouth's rock. Do you think of them when you stroll along a New York City dock? Have you seen a snowflake drifting in the Rockies way up high? Have you seen the sun come blazing down from a bright Nevada sky? You hail to the Columbia as you rush into the sea, or how you're headed, Gettysburg, our struggle to be free? Have you seen the mighty Tetons? You watched an eagle soar? Have you seen the Mississippi roll along Missouri's shore? Have you felt a chill at Michigan when on a winter's day her waters rage along the shore in thunderous display? Does the word aloha make you warm? Do you stare in disbelief when you see the surf come roaring in at Waimea Reef? From Alaska's cold to the Everglades, from the Rio Grande to Maine, my heart cries out, my pulse runs fast, the might of her domain. You ask me why I love her? I've a million reasons why. My beautiful America, beneath God's wide, wide sky.
Happy birthday, America.
The Duke, John
John
Wayne.
Wayne.
That
I
was
love
pretty
that.
good, wasn't it? I hadn't heard that in a long time. I decided to play it this morning. Been a long time.
Yeah, it makes you feel your age, don't it?
Yeah,
He's about as old as John Wayne.
Yeah, I'll admit that.
yeah.
You look young to me, Ricky.
Thank God.
Yeah. Well, he's never smoked anything.
Cosmetics do a
He's
wonderful
never
thing.
smoked any
Yeah,
briskets or
You said any what?
he never smoked any briskets or smoked any crawdads or
No, I can't do it to crawdads, man. They smell
Yeah.
like boiled dirt.
did you ever eat them? Did you ever eat a crawdad?
I was on tour with Johnny Taylor. We was in Eunice, Louisiana, and I always do the same thing. I looked around, so we pulled into this restaurant. They wanted us to come there and eat so bad. When we walked in, I said, "Man, it smell like dirt in here, man. What are they doing? Making stone soup?" So I went to make cracking jokes about it. So we're all just sitting there. So I kept looking around. I was looking out the window. I said, they got a Rally's across the street. That lady walked out there with that big old platter, and then I was like, and this is what y'all think I'm fixing to eat? Oh no.
Them little baby lobsters.
Man, people went to sucking them heads off, man. I thought I was in a doggone horror movie, man. It sounded like I could not believe. I said, it smelled like dirt. They in there eating bugs. I got up and went across the street. Whole band sitting over there in the restaurant eating what they call them, crawdads.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what those are, where you suck the head off?
Yeah, crawdads, crayfish, crawdads.
Yeah, whatever. But they was over there. I was sitting across the street eating my hamburger, eating my fries, watching them.
I remember we were.
I couldn't do it. No, that's not for human consumption. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you. Let's see. Now all you need is Chet playing Star. I think I'll try to look that up and see if I can get it, Rick. That's a good one. Chet playing Under the Double Eagle and Stars and Stripes Forever and all that. We'll pull that up. And try
That
to
one
try to
Cash
get that.
does too.
Huh?
What's that one Cash does?
Johnny Cash does one. Red Skelton does a great one.
I didn't.
Red Skelton.
Red Skelton?
Yeah, Red Skelton does a good one. We'll try to find Red Skelton's doing that. Mud bugs are delicious. Matthew said, Matt, the difference between a crawdad and a bowling ball?
Here we go.
I could probably talk myself into eating a bowling ball.
Because I'm gonna tell you, when I saw that that whole scene, I thought I was in a horror movie. I said, "Now wait a minute."
Man, them things are so good.
Crawdads?
What do they taste like?
The best way to eat
Lobster. You just eat the tails of them. You don't suck them.
I don't care
a
nothing
lot of
about
people suck
lobster.
them.
They were eating the heads off of them, but I was
I'm
sitting right
sure.
there looking at the bass player and the guitar player and all of it. I was like, "And y'all sitting here eating that stuff?"
All right, I got to tell you my crab story. Not
Jason.
catching them, not.
Oh, A200.
I mean, eating them,
does
not
work.
getting them, in some bad way.
Okay, I was gonna say A200 works miracles.
Diesel fuel does a good job too.
You say diesel fuel. You may not be looking right, but it does work.
Woo! you break into your best Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Woo! So anyway, when I was a young fella, I was from West Virginia, and I didn't know anything about the ocean, didn't know anything about crabs or anything like that. And myself and another hillbilly named Rick Bruin from Falmouth, Kentucky, spelled Foulmouth.
Wow.
They call it Falmouth, but it's spelled Foulmouth, Kentucky.
Wow.
So we're down at the pier fishing, and we saw all these people catching crabs. They got these. They're out wading around Ocean View, and they got the big long net.
Yeah, yeah.
And the string. Well, we figured out one guy's the string man, one guy's the net man, and the net man. I mean, the string man's got a duffel bag, a sea bag on his back. They're filling these things up full of crabs.
Yeah.
It looks pretty easy. So we go buy us a crab net, and we get us a chicken leg and thigh, and we're out there dragging those crabs in, bring them up. Well, we got the whole thing full. So we took them home and put them in the bathtub in our barracks room, Put them in the tub. We didn't know what to do with them. So we called our sea daddy, Jack Merkel. Jack Merkel was a first-class petty officer, been in the Navy probably, 15 years or so, and he knew everything. So we called Jack, and he said, well, you just get you a pot of water, get the water boiling, and drop them in there while they're still alive. When they quit pecking, they're ready to eat. Put you some Old Bay seasoning in there, put some salt in the water. Okay. So we cook up the crabs. So Rick and I sat down, and we started to eat these things, and I'm thinking, good God, this is the nastiest thing I've ever tried to put in my mouth. We're breaking them open, got a hammer out there, got a chisel and a buzz saw, and a skill saw trying to get in these crabs. We didn't know what we're doing. We didn't know what we're doing. So we called Merkel, said, man, I hate these things. You want to come over and eat them? Because he's telling us how good they were. So he came over and reached down in the floor where we had this coffee can full of legs and started eating the legs. I said, you eat that? We were breaking the bodies open up, eating the guts and the brains and egg sack and all that. Well, we didn't know any better.
Y'all was eating everything y'all should have threw away.
Yeah, we were eating, and Merkel picked up those legs and started eating those crab legs. I was like, well, okay, I guess. How about some fish sticks? Have seafood around my house, fish sticks.
That's right. That's all we had. That was the closest we got, except my grandmama used to cook ocean perch. We used to be able to get it back then, quite a bit. We used to get perch because I would not eat catfish. That I won't eat.
Oh, that's something else funny, too. Good morning, Harvest Show. The Harvest Show. Kenzie was on the Harvest Show, and they've
Good morning.
hit us up and said howdy.
Good morning.
The Harvest Show is part of the LaCie Network.
Okay.
They got I think they got 30, 40 stations.
Oh,
got,
wow.
Got one in Hawaii.
Well, I want to give them a disclaimer. We're not usually this silly.
Yeah, we
Usually
are.
We have a little bit. Well,
Yeah, we are.
We're not.
Well, we're hungover. We got into the communion wine, and we broke into Catholic Church and got into the communion
We
wine.
really did.
Yeah.
Lord, forgive
They'll never
them.
see
They
that
don't know
glue.
what they do.
You said
Yeah.
They'll never see that glue where we broke that statue in half. So anyway,
we used crazy glue, so it dried real quick.
yeah. Well, we're here anyway.
Well, really, Cindy is what's keeping us, a little bit.
I'm
Just
trying.
a little bit.
I'm
She's
trying.
keeping us within the guardrails. Yeah, normally we get on here and we have, we play. Well, we got Pastor Bubba here, so we got him bringing the bread, and we got Ricky. We usually reserve him till Friday, but today's a honorary Friday.
Yeah, so they just moved the they changed the days on the calendar, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, and Frank, he's come back from the dead. He was a walking zombie. A couple weeks ago, he got an infection. I saw him came in here, looked like he just escaped from the old folks' home. Carrying his IV bag. Come here.
That's true.
He had a surgical
That is
knife.
the
He did, man. He looked like like he should be on the disabled veterans list.
Mark ain't he ain't gonna leave you alone about that, Frank.
Oh,
so
no.
you might as well get ready.
I might just get some VA
Oh
pay.
God.
There's Rendella.
bet.
She's done checked in this morning, wanted to see what's going on. Slater,
That'd be nice
Slater
to
says, I'm coming to see you soon at the studio with Johnny right now. Well, you and Johnny slide on up here, and we'll just act stupid, or else we'll come down there and bust you with a mobile cam. We'll come down. Ricky and I were thinking about for this morning show just riding around in the truck.
Yeah.
Just put the phone up there and just ride around the truck. Let y'all listen in on that. And we thought, well, we better not do that.
Because some of the stuff we be seeing.
Yeah, somebody pull out in front of me, and Ricky will throw him a half a peace sign up there. And catch that on camera.
No, not on our show.
No, Mama, we won't.
Well, that's why we didn't do it.
We didn't do that. No, Cindy, we don't want you to see that side.
I think
of it.
as a last thing on me to get saved was my finger. I like to never got that joker
wait a
under
minute,
control.
Mark,
Huh?
Mark, you still haven't gotten. We're still working on the pull my finger part of it.
Yeah, y'all want to pull my finger?
So audience, please pray for these guys. Except Frank, y'all be nice to Frank because he's the sweetheart there.
Thank
my
you
goodness.
so much, Cindy.
Yes.
He's a little dog. He's a little dog.
I'm glad you recognize.
But y'all pray for Ricky and Mark.
Yeah,
Everyone
y'all
pray
got
for
me on
Ricky
here
and Mark.
barking and
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. That's not normal.
Matt says smoke pouring out like a Cheech and Chong movie. Man, I got a cigar that's about the size of Ricky's microphone here. I'm telling you, you can't hardly get enough air through it to get it lit.
I'm telling you,
You got to use like a huff starter for a jet engine to get the thing lit.
But boy, when he does, you be riding down the street, look like the whole truck on fire.
Hey, Cindy.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna give you something to smile at.
Okay.
Pull that
Great.
windscreen off that microphone you got, Mark. Guess what that is, Cindy?
What is that?
The BM 800, the brand new microphone.
Don't it sound good? The old BM 800.
He talked
Is
about
it-
Friday.
Yeah, hell, he talked about this thing bad too,
Wait
didn't
a
he?
minute. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. I'm confused. You were running it down, and now you're using it.
Oh yeah, I
He's
was
using
I was
it.
I was
He done
I was
EQ'd it
inventing
now.
expletives for it, but I figured out that some of it was pilot error.
A lot of it.
Yeah,
I'm
the
sure a lot of
ONOFF
it was
indicator
pilot.
was not in the correct position. You get me? It's got an ONOFF indicator switch on it, so
Well,
it was in the wrong position. So hey, there's Barbara. Everybody straighten up.
All right, straighten up,
yes.
y'all.
I'm so glad that we've got.
Yes. Well, we even
Good
set up
people.
another BM 800 over there on the other side, a different color. They gave us two of them. All we had to do was pay the postage on it. And I thought, when I first
Wow.
hooked it up, I thought, well, now see, maybe they're just trying to get somebody to haul them off, but now it actually sounds pretty good, don't it?
It sounds
Yeah,
great.
it doesn't sing well, but it's a good talking mic. And that's
good
what
for
it's
talking.
made for. That's what we ordered them for. So.
Sounds
Good morning,
great.
Barb. Good morning, Barb. Happy 4th of July.
Rendella is laughing to got tears running out of her eyes. I don't know what's her problem, but
Why you laughing, Mama?
yeah, she just laughing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
A merry heart doeth the soul good.
Yeah, Cindy was telling me that her little granddaughter, while she was over there for the weekend, called 911,
No, she didn't.
and she
do
said,
that,
"That's what you told me." She said she called 911. She said, and they said, "Hello." And they said, "What's your emergency?" She said, "My mommy and daddy are out." I said, "Well, what are they doing?" "They're checking everything." "Well, what are they doing?" "They're looking for me."
No, she did not do that, but she did. Let me tell you what she does do. She, well, my son was here. I didn't get to talk about that yesterday. My son came Sunday and was filling in for the preacher at our church. So that was the first time that I led worship and he preached. And so he was preaching on forgiveness. And let me tell you, he gets a lot of experience with these little girls, raising these two little girls. You think
Yeah.
they're sugar and spice. Well, I raised boys and had brothers, and I thought girls were just so sweet. Boy, have I learned differently. They are just as ornery, if not more ornery than boys. But this little one likes to hide things. So Sunday morning, I'm trying to get ready, and I'm trying to find my combs and to comb out my hair. I can't find it anywhere. And this little one had hidden it. She also came to me later. We found it. She came to me later and said, "I'm wearing lipstick." And I said, you are? She said, I got it out of your makeup. At least she has to tell me the truth. But she's naughty, but she at least has to tell you. She's so cute.
Boy,
But she's a pistol. And her mother is half Italian. And this little one, she's Italian. And she talks with her hands. She's so cute. She is so cute.
Well, that's good.
At least you found that comb. You don't have to wear dreads.
Well,
Yeah.
after, that's right. For my hair, a comb for my hair. It's actually.
You know,
anyway, she hid her sister's toys, though. They called me later and said, yes, Taylor had hidden her sister's favorite toys that she had brought.
That's better than hiding your sister.
I thought you was gonna chime in on something else that I.
No. I think that's better than hiding your sister to hide your sister's toys.
Right,
Yeah.
we need to get Jackie on.
Oh,
Her
no, she'll
some
tell stuff.
stories on Mars.
You say
Oh, I
she'll
know.
tell stuff.
Yeah, my
I've
sister will
heard
tell
some of
stuff.
them.
Oh, she'll tell on you.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
need to get her on there. We want to hear some of that good old Mark Carmen stuff.
Oh, I could tell you
Yes.
about when we mailed a drunk to to Panama City. That was kind of fun.
Just don't tell them about no dead alligators.
No,
How
no,
about
we'll
when
stay
they-
away from dead alligators.
How about when y'all was on the diet and they sent you the pizzas? Well, that Dale Morris did that?
Yeah,
And you sent them back, COD?
I sure did.
Wait a minute. You were supposed to be on a diet.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that was when Dixon, we decided what we're going to have for lunch is an apple. So I bring in an apple, and I pull out my apple, and I'm sitting there. We're going to monitor each other for
Yeah.
lunch. So I eat my apple. Dixon pulls out an apple about the size of a tractor trailer wheel. I mean, this is the biggest apple I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, you could have made 5 pies with one apple. You remember that? Yeah, they sent us a pizza, and I sent it back to them COD. About $30. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they're trying to torture us in the studio. You'd be surprised what you get when you're in the studio recording somebody trying to get a song cut, and they hire a stripper to bring the tape over.
Not in anything I've been in. No, that
Well,
was
no, I'm talking about back in the old days, back in my Indian fighting
Yeah,
days.
that
That's back
Cindy, you
before
missed out.
dinosaurs ruled the earth.
You missed out in those old days, Cindy.
Oh, I'm
When we'd
glad.
go up to Crystals
I'm
and
glad.
get 100, 200 crystals.
Yeah, go up, order and mean it. Go up and order 200 hamburgers and take them back to the studio.
Now we're gonna eat 200 hamburgers.
All the musicians,
Yeah.
and
they
loved it. Oh,
Yeah.
loved it.
I've been in the studio like that.
Yeah, but
I-
6 crystals equals about 1 Big Mac. You know, so
Oh, yeah. Crystals
it's
was
a little, those little things.
like a White Castle or a Top Hat.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like a White
Okay, yeah,
Castle.
like a White
Yeah.
or a Top Hat, because Top
Yeah.
Hat and White Castle were the same restaurant.
Yeah, or go down to the Dye Mart and get those homemade egg sandwiches
A homemade egg
at the
sandwich.
Dye Mart. We called it Dye Mart. Somebody got killed in there about once a week. We'd go down. We just called it the Murder Mart or the Dye Mart or whatever.
Yeah. Bye,
Oh.
Cindy Murphy. She's leaving, and she told me good luck. So yeah.
Hey
pray
Cindy,
for me.
before you go, we just want to know if you think like we think that today is the day. We think today may be the day, and let us know so that we can do an announcement.
Yeah, let's hope that he's not listening. So you've ruined it for him. Hopefully, Pastor
You know, you
Bubba's
should
not.
try to call him.
Let's
Just
do
because
it.
he said he wasn't going to be here doesn't mean that he couldn't have called in and say Happy 4th of July, everybody. God bless y'all's hearts or something.
Uh-oh, Pastor, you
he's-
getting ripped.
Yeah, well, he's supposed to be the spiritual head here of this thing.
Bye, Ned.
You say what?
Bye, Ned. Who can we call? Let's call. I don't have Bubba lined up right here. I'll call him in a minute. I'm gonna call Baird.
Oh,
Tell him to
man.
look up Mark Woods.
Mark
down
Woods
in
down
Punta
there, right,
Gorda.
doing a
Hold
charity.
on. We'll get Baird on here.
Then call Heath before he gets in that kayak.
Yeah. And it sinks, and he's have to try to fight to get his way back to the shore. Because that's not no small dude. That ain't no kayak.
He's a lot smaller now than he was.
Top of the morning to you,
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Nick. Hold on a minute. I'll merge you in here. Nick, I've got you merged in with Cindy Hewlett. We're on the air.
Hello, Miss Cindy.
Well, hello, Mr. Nick. How are you? And happy 4th of July to you.
Happy Independence Day to you.
We're just wondering if you're a proud American today.
I am indeed. I'm always a proud American every day.
Amen.
Yeah. Every day's a proud American day. Yeah.
Good morning, Nick.
So what's going on down in beautiful downtown metropolitan Punta Gorda, Florida?
You know, it's just lovely today. Going to be 96 degrees. Feel like temperature's going to be like 103.
Wow.
Yeah?
Sunshine, but we got rain coming this afternoon.
Are you wearing short sleeve pants?
I am.
Good.
Good.
I've got
got-
my short sleeve pants on too.
I got on shorts this morning.
Have you?
Oh no,
Them Daisy Dukes. Yeah, he's probably in them
I,
Daisy
I
Dukes.
knew you was going to
You don't have on your Daisy Dukes, do
You
you?
ain't got on your daisies, do you?
Dude,
You.
and I got a palm tree shirt on.
Oh, you got a producer shirt on.
Dude,
He's in Speedo.
You ever see it? You ever see that episode of Andy Griffith where Howard Sprague goes to live at the Bahamas? That's Nick. Nick just checked out of life and went down and set up roots in his little cottage down there in Punta Gorda, Florida, and he don't care if taters goes to $19 a pound. You talk about retired. That joker is out here just piddling around. He don't care. He didn't even want to fool around with getting haircuts, so he started shaving his head.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Hey, Nick, how many is that a large town you live in, or is it kind of small?
I still own a pair of long pants, but just strictly for funerals.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute, is that a big city you live in, or is it kind of small?
What, the suit?
Punta
Yeah,
Gorda. No,
no.
it's big. Punta Gorda. Nick also went deaf a few years ago.
Okay.
Florida's about 18,000 people proper during the and during the season we've got in Charlotte County about 180,000 people.
Okay.
During the
So we-
season, 180,000.
Yeah, it swells to 180,000.
Is this the season right now?
Now the season starts November 1st.
Okay, so you're off season right now. Well, Mark Woods with Operation Troop Aid is somewhere in Punta Gorda, Florida, and he's going to be going to some fireworks show tonight. And that must be a heck of a fireworks show for somebody to come
Yeah,
all the
well,
way
he's
from
doing that
Nashville.
charity.
You ain't lying.
Operation Troop Aid is doing a charity down there today.
Go by and
Yeah,
visit
yeah.
Mark Woods Operation Troop Aid.
I will. Where's it going to be?
Somewhere in Punta Gorda. How big can that be?
Yeah, you just said it wasn't that big.
You said well,
Yeah.
it's like a little neighborhood.
A mile from the river where they're going to do the fireworks, and I'll be at the fireworks show tonight.
Well, he's going to be down at the fireworks, so just go by and see Mark Woods and give him a big howdy for us.
I'll certainly do that.
Yeah,
All right.
he's down in Punta Gorda. That's, we just thunk you up this morning because of old Mark Woods. He's a dandy. You'll like Mark Woods. He's an old Navy guy.
Yeah, he lives in Nashville, don't he?
Yep.
Lives in Nashville.
Yeah.
You have to be, when you get close to him, though, put like a rag over your face so you don't smell it. He's an old officer, and it really puts off an odor when it gets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it starts putting off an odor when the weather gets hot.
A lieutenant, wasn't he a lieutenant or something?
Yeah, he was a Mustanger, man. He started off enlisted, and then he switched over to be an officer. I think he was a lieutenant commander when he got out. I'm not sure.
yeah.
I think he moved up to lieutenant commander before he retired.
Well, he's coming to one of the best fireworks shows in the nation.
Say that again.
He's coming to one of the best fireworks shows in the nation.
Right there at Punta Gorda.
Right here, baby.
Really?
Oh, that's great. Hey, speaking of firecrackers, my firecracker is celebrating a birthday tomorrow, and he's actually home and he's listening to us today. So
You
Mark
talking
and
about
Ricky
Sparky?
and- I'm talking about Kirk. My
Oh, Kirk,
firecracker.
I didn't know his birthday. Oh, that's
No,
your
His
firecracker.
birthday. He's the one that makes my heart explode. So he's my
Yeah,
firecracker.
I see. Well,
And
Michael,
tomorrow is his birthday, and he's listening to us in the other room in
Good.
the house. So I thought, would you guys help me sing happy birthday to him?
sure, you ready?
He was, yeah. Are you
No, we
ready?
can't sing it
Yeah.
with you because it'll be a lot of time. We got this little delay thing on
Yeah,
the
so
phone.
we'll let you
try.
do it.
Here we go. You ready?
You can't.
We'll try it.
Yes?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're gonna,
You
you're
can't.
gonna sing with me.
You lead it off.
Right
I'll
now?
try.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to Kirk.
to you.
Happy birthday to Kirk. Happy birthday to Kirk. All right.
You got that in three-tone, didn't you?
We feel sorry for you. We feel sorry for you. We feel sorry for you, Kirk. We feel sorry for you.
You guys are definitely my brothers, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Only a little nicer. Mark was saying that one day. We're telling me, he said, we're kind of like your brothers, only we're a little nicer to you than they are.
Yeah. At least, yeah. I never have given her a swirly.
Oh, what?
A swirly?
What
You
is
don't know
a
what a Anybody knows what a swirly is? Sound off.
Yeah, somebody tell me what a swirly is, because
I'll
really
tell
would
you in
like
a
to
minute.
know.
You don't know what a swirly is?
No.
That's where you stick somebody's head down the commode and flush it. You
No, we
that's a
didn't.
swirly. You put their head in the commode, flush it.
No, now
That's
remember.
that's a Navy thing, man. That's funny
That's
too.
why I would never go to the Navy.
Yeah, now think about this. Here's some funny stuff. Think about this, a Navy terminology. You ready? The rain locker. You need to go stand in the rain locker.
That's in the shower, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you stink. You need to go stand in the rain locker. Ain't that great? The
cute.
rain locker.
That's cute. What else you got?
Frank's dad, you'd ask Frank where something is. Frank's dad was in the Navy for 54 years or 52 years, something
50,
like that.
yeah.
50 years. And you'd ask his dad for something. He'd say,
Oh, wow.
onion head. So, where's that wrench? He'd say, it's in the wrench locker under W for wrenches.
Yeah, you would.
Matthew
It didn't
said,
make no difference what it was.
Matthew said he's been given a swirly before, and Elizabeth Dawn Rose said her too.
Yeah, swirly. You got to have a swirly every once in a while. Just
So
keep
Matt,
your
was
head
it your
straight.
brother that put your head in the toilet? Elizabeth, who put your head in there?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you a cool story. When our house burned down, we replaced it with a 12 by 60 Holly Park trailer, and it had 2 bathrooms in it, and the Van Dykes were they were our neighbors. They were fascinated. They were fascinated by the commode. They loved to just like flush something down it. Their kids would come in. They were so jealous of us because we had that trailer. Can you imagine being envied because you live in a house trailer?
Oh, okay.
Indoor
Oh.
plumbing. Indoor plumbing was a big deal.
Oh yeah, buddy. I was thinking I was going to go into business building 2-story house trailers for people that's got money.
A 2-story house
For
trailer.
people that have money, yeah. For well-to-do
A
folks.
2-story house trailer.
For people that got money.
Oh, gee. Frank, what are we going to do?
You just never know when somebody's going to come by and kick your underpinning out from under your house and steal your wheels.
Hey,
Not
you
planning on
shouldn't
taking it
object.
anywhere, but by then I want them wheels and axles to stay on there.
Michael said, Robbie has given me too many swirlies.
Yeah. I think, I can't remember if it was Michael or Amanda that hit Robbie in the tooth with the belt buckle and broke his tooth off.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think they were WWE in it.
They hit him in the mouth with a belt
It was like the
buckle.
World Championship. And, it was like the World Championship. One of them, I think Michael probably came off the top ropes, which means the back of the couch.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That was him too.
Yeah. Michael probably. Yeah, that was me. Mike said that was me. Yeah, Mike would come off the top ropes, i.e., back of the couch,
Yeah.
and put the frog splash, put the frog splash on Mike. On Robbie.
Or off that top bunk.
Yeah, come off the top bunk with a power driver.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Hey man, it's 4th of July. What do you think?
What?
How about it being 4th of July? Let's sing "God Bless America." You ready?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. The big part. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. And we'll sing happy birthday to Uncle Sam here in a little while. We'll get everybody to join in. Oh, we got a bunch of love hearts and stuff like that on here for that. Yeah, well.
Wow.
Do you have any real records over in that jukebox?
We got some real stuff over here.
I was trying to do Richard Sturman, but I don't think I can get that low.
Have you got any real records over here? Yeah.
How about something by Cindy? What has Cindy got in that jukebox?
Yeah, Cindy, what you got for us today?
Here's Cindy with Wayfaring Stranger, our #1 most requested song.
traveling through this world of woe. Yet there's no sickness, toil or danger in that bright world to which I go. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, yet beautiful fields lie just before me, where God's redeemed the vigils keep. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. I'm going there to see my Father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going home. I am a poor, wayfaring stranger, just a poor, wayfaring stranger. Wayfaring stranger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet one of the greatest clowns in our business, a guy that did a great show in Oklahoma City today and then flew here just so he could appear here. I consider this guy, I think, one of the great Americans, Mr. Red Skelton, right here.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sure take a long time to get around to the funny stuff, doesn't it? Hey, it's a lot of fun being here. As a matter of fact, there's quite a reception there, and I didn't think actually anybody would recognize me. I keep forgetting that we're on television, but coming in back here, there was a group of people. Someone yelled, "Red Skelton's in the crowd," and they all turned around and looked at me. I was so embarrassed. I was sorry I yelled. Hey, but I flew in. Now, the reason I tell you that I flew in is because I'm not a good flyer. As a matter of fact, I'm seated there, and the stewardess came by, and she says, "You're not really sick, are you?" I says, "Oh, no. This is the Davis Cup. I just won it." Them planes, they fly 30,000 feet in the air, and it affects your ears, and they come around and give you chewing gum. I'll never do that again. It took me 3 hours to get that stuff out of my ears. 30,000 feet in the air, and they start serving drinks. And I said to the little rabbi next to me, "You gonna have a drink?" He says, "Oh, no, too close to the main office." But I tell you, I've had a lot of fun all day long. It's like a big vacation for me. I love vacation, but my wife won't go on. I said to her, "You like to go on a vacation?" She says, "No, when I married you, it was a vacation." Well, she didn't exactly say it that way. She says, "When I married you, you were my last resort." That's the way she said it.
That was cold.
Hey, but we did have a vacation last year. We went to Europe. You know, I always get into trouble when I go places. Nothing serious, but I get into trouble. Like going through customs. This customs officer came up to me and he says, "Do you have anything to declare?" I says, "Nothing." He says, "What have you got under your arm?" I says, "Hair." "What do you got, feathers?" And you know, when you go from Ireland into England, they won't let you take that Irish whiskey in. My wife won little bottles as a souvenir, see? So as we're going through customs, the guy says, "What's in the bottle?" My wife says, "Holy water." He smells it, he says, "That's Irish whiskey." She says, "Good heavens, another miracle." I don't know what I came out here to start to tell you. I started on one subject, and I'll wander off somewhere else, but I'll get back to where I was talking. My mind wanders. Not far, but it wanders. You know, I found out one thing a long time ago. I'm nuts, but I admit it, see? I found out one thing. As long as I make money, they ain't gonna lock me up, I'll tell you that. When I was a small boy in Vincennes, Indiana, I heard, I think, one of the most outstanding speeches I ever heard in my life. I think it compares with the Sermon on the Mount, Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and Socrates' speech to the students. We had just finished reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, and he called us all together. And he says, "Boys and girls, I have been listening to you recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems that it has become monotonous to you. Or could it be you do not understand the meaning of each word? If I may, I would like to recite the pledge and give you a definition for each word. I, me, an individual, a committee of one, pledge, dedicate all of my worldly good to give without self-pity, allegiance, my love and my devotion, to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of courage, and wherever she waves there is respect, because your loyalty has given her a dignity that shouts freedom is everybody's job. Of the united, that means we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states. 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided by imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common cause, and that's love of country, of America. And to the republic, a sovereign state in which power is invested into the representatives chosen by the people to govern, and the government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands, one nation, meaning so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power for one to live his own life without fears, threats, or any sort of retaliation, and justice. The principle and qualities of dealing fairly with others, for all. For all. That means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. Now let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that be eliminated from our schools too?
That was Red Skelton. You ever heard that before, Rick?
Uh-uh.
That's pretty good stuff. Cindy, have you heard that before?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you
I
hear it
didn't
that
hear
time? Were you listening to it? Were you able to hear it? I know you
no.
can't hear when we're offline.
No,
but...
we were listening to elevator music. I have to confess because
Okay.
Again?
but at least we're listening to the 50s. I like the 50s.
Okay.
It's more fun.
It is.
Yeah, we were listening to That'll Be the Day. And of course, I love that because Buddy Holly's from Lubbock, and I know his family. I know his brothers.
Well,
Yeah.
I know Buddy Holly's from Lubbock. Everywhere you go, they got something about Buddy Holly in Lubbock, and
Yes.
boy, they're really proud of the favorite son there, old Buddy Holly.
Well, yes, and Kirk is building. Well, they're building the Buddy Holly Cultural Arts Center, which is going to be a sight to behold. That's going to be a beautiful facility. Hopefully, we'll get to do a big concert there. Wouldn't that be?
Yeah,
fun?
that would be
That would be
great.
nice.
That
I
would
would
be
love that.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It'll be the day.
Yeah. I forgot Nick's still on there. We've left Nick out.
Yes,
we
he is.
left him in the bathroom.
Yeah, we sure
I-
did. I'm
I
sorry
just
about that, Nick. I forgot you were there, brother. You should have spoke up.
I didn't forget him. Someone else forgot him.
Well,
The
we were
person
busy
that-
with Red Skeleton.
Yeah, but those of you that tend to forget people, with the exception of Frank,
Well,
forgot him.
Uh-oh.
So you're in good company, Nick. With me, we just get forgotten.
well, we're going to leave it with you. Here's Lee Greenwood with God Bless the USA. We hope you have a happy 4th of July, and remember that
Yes.
today is the birthday of America.
We love you.
Be safe,
We
everybody.
love you, Cindy.
Yeah, it's the birthday of America, not the birthday of the hamburger.
Well, my birthday's coming up on the 9th, so hey.
Oh, wow. We'll celebrate.
The 9th of this month. Yeah, it's my birthday.
My lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.